You see that talk where you talk? Now you go die. Where go make peace return to southeast. Now you go die. So peace will return to southeast. A man that did not do anything. A man that is fighting for you people's rights. A man that is fighting for the southeast. Right to have freedom. Okay, you do this one. You are wicked. You are very, very... Now God, now they expose all of you now. You see this Biafra, it must surely come. Yes, and you will not be alive to witness it. That is why the ancestors brought you out to speak like this. That is why the God Almighty brought you out to speak like this. That is why the founding father of Nigeria that want everybody to day their day brought you out to speak like this. You and your generation will not witness the Biafra because it must surely come, whether they will like it or not. Biafra not be only from southeast. It's involved the south, even from southwest. The fighting that the Kanu is fighting is not only for the southeast. So you people should not think if they're killing Nnamdi Kanu, peace go return. That lie, that one a pure lie. You killing Nnamdi Kanu na war. Now go happen for Nigeria. War. What we say? He go shake trouble this country. Now go happen for Nigeria. Let me tell you, this man, you are wicked. Now people, now meeting one at the hole for this man head, for Nnamdi Kanu head with that. Let me tell you, a pure heart and a golden mind and a diamond spirit don't die like cowards. Either they are fulfilled for what they have come to do before they join their ancestors, or they did what they did and witnessed what they fight for. Nnamdi Kanu will never die. In another one, they will waste time. If another one who are told here, una waste time. Una waste time. You know, say when they want to kill Jesus, say kill him. We want Barnabas, kill Jesus. They don't know say Jesus go rise again. And when he arose, things change. Biafra will surely come and Nnamdi Kanu will not die. He will rule Biafra land. Nnamdi Kanu will rule Biafra land and change Biafra to a better nation, a better country that will be greater than even the Nigeria itself that we all are. Biafra will be a United States kingdom that people will come and worship their naira and their dollars. Oga, see that word where you talk. I know tell you what they regret. That the gods have pushed you out to speak, and all of you will pay with yourself. I'm wishing a holy man, a God sent, a new generation, a great hero, a wonderful soul, a soul that is being ordained from heaven, a crown that no man can collect. You say you wish her death. You be coin, you be coin, you know rich. Your mouth self, you not go anywhere. Now God use and expose you. Now you go die. As you wish you not the Kanu death, you will never escape your own death. Your death is right beside you. When they call that man, when they say get all your way when he died, that Abraham when he died, you don't forget. Now you all of them wishing out the Kanu death. That man, all of them when they get all your way from an Abraham, where fat, where black. I think he don't die since 2 years ago. I've been last year. I think died last year. I been 2 years ago. He don't join the ancestors. Now those when he make him better Buhari day, they go catch innocent man. You people are Judas the carrots. The betrayer of Biafrans and the betrayer of Nnamdi Kanu, you people are Judas the carrots. And you will pay with yourself. You will pay with your life. You will pay with your generation. So, as you don't want good thing, you not witness Biafra. I will tell you that Biafra is coming. Because all what Nnamdi Kanu said, everything come to pass. No one remain. Except what they remain and the flag of Biafra to stand. Now remain. Nothing remain. Nothing else for the Biafra to stand with their flag. Now what remain. I think the France president, they say one other country don't get their freedom. What is holding Biafra freedom? That thing that is holding Biafra freedom will leave the freedom. You are the people that is holding Biafra freedom. And you will hit your bucket and join your ancestors. And Biafra will come. Even your generation will not witness it. Even though they are alive, they will not see it.
Recently, Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State announced that the 5 governors in the southeast have resolved to re-elect President Bola Tinubu. So I want to know if you are part of this resolve. And whether you, succinctly put, whether you are going to ensure that the president is going to be re-elected in 2027. Thank you.
Nena, you said that the governor of Imo State said something about re-electing the president. Well, I'm not sure I've heard that, but if he said that, it is his right to say it as the as a governor and as an individual. But he can't speak for everybody. I'm sure that at the appropriate time, people will take their decision.
The federal government are owing Nnamdi Kanu over 10 billion, in damages that the court have ordered that the Nigerian government should give to Nnamdi Kanu. Is that why the FG are planning to kill Nnamdi Kanu? Probably because they don't want to pay the damages. And at the same time, we've seen Alex Otti wife visits Nnamdi Kanu's community. Do you think that Alex Otti now is telling Tinubu, you can't kill my brother? What is your take as regards the federal government owing Nnamdi Kanu over 10 billion naira?
Yes, a lot of these movement is here in the public attracts 10 years imprisonment. Anybody that comes out to tell you that somebody who is also undergoing trial, whose trial has not been decided, and coming out in public, went against the international and human rights, laws that guides the process, of fair play and human rights around fundamental human rights around the world. So that a very particular guy they called Wabugo or whatever, we even learned that investigation is still going on to ascertain whether he was actually planted there or whether he was actually an Igbo man, because we are hearing that the man might have come from Chad, Mohammed Musa. That's what they call him. A lot of people that knows him, because a lot of people have not come out to say, but Nigeria can do anything at any time, at any day. But you can see very clearly that the governor of Nnamdi Kanu has come out to defend, the threat purportedly believed to be coming from Asura. The Nigerian government is using some elements to portray and try to damage the global international attention Biafra is getting at the moment. Currently now, they are bought almost everywhere. But let me just tell you, see that media house that they called News Central, where that threat statement was mentioned, saying that the bottom line where the guy is going to face the consequences, he said that is the wish of every Igbo man. That statement, the wish of every Igbo man, becomes a global threat to the Biafrans all over the world, and that is what it is. But thank God that Alex Otti has come out to tell the federal government, you cannot kill Nnamdi Kanu because of 10 billion court order damages. Why you are projecting, putting people here and there to attack, Nnamdi Kanu. And for this reason, I am not part of the Eastern governors that are going to vote for you. I'm going to equip my own people. I'm going to equip my own security. I'm going to back, ESL operations, to conduct, to defend the Abia state, because that is the state of which Nnamdi Kanu was, giving birth to. But most surprising thing is that, there are a lot of things surrounding Nnamdi Kanu, and there is, people were expected. Though I think he played a very smart politics there, allowing Tinubu to visit Nnamdi Kanu's state without any form of protest, without any form of chaos, without any form of uprising, because it was his husband, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that ordered Nnamdi Kanu to be sentenced to life imprisonment, and they had the remita to the audacity to visit Nnamdi Kanu's state, and was welcomed by Alex Otti in that regard. But what shocks everybody are what we are actually expecting. It is a background uprising protest over the Akwete issue. If his husband wins the second term, he will be tying Akwete up and down. That's what Tinubu is telling Abia women, forgetting that nobody was able to ask him questions over Nnamdi Kanu's, illegal judgment, pronouncement by a Yoruba man called James Omotosho. But in the understanding of the governor of, Abia State, who is also a Labour Party governor, made it very clearly, that I know what I did. I did not want that to actually happen. If not, I would have empowered a lot of protests against Bola Ahmed Tinubu's wife visit to Abia State. But he knows what he is doing. But he has just come out to take down, David Umahi, take down, Hope Uzodinma, on the quest that Southeast governors has agreed to bring in votes from the Abia State or the East or both the Eastern Nigeria and the South, to favor Bola Ahmed Tinubu's second term ambition after sentencing his own brother. He called Nnamdi Kanu his brother, and of course I told the whole world that you dare not, you cannot kill Nnamdi Kanu, over whatever means you are using. That's Alex Otti and more. You cannot kill Nnamdi Kanu. That's the governor of Abia State, making it very clearly that whichever tools you are going to use to carry out that act, where the FBI we are hearing that have already surrounded, the US has dispatched some numbers of Secret Service men to Sokoto prison to protect Nnamdi Kanu. But a lot of people are saying that those people they are seen around, mounting surveillance within Sokoto prison are API agents, ordered by the US government to protect Nnamdi Kanu after the Mohammed Sa, who is being seen as one Madubugu or whatever they call him, to have come to a national TV to say that it is the wish of all Igbos to see that Nnamdi Kanu, I think the governor of Abia State has replied, him, the governor of Abia State has replied, Bola Ahmed Tinubu loyalists who are going up and down, challenging, how they are going to dismantle. Nnamdi Kanu is not a violent man. IPOB is a non-violent movement. But I thank him for the courage that, telling him that the decision to bring vote for Tinubu's second term does not lie with the Eastern governors. It lies with the citizens of the Southeast and the South at the end of the day. And that's what he's saying. That based on that note now, and he's just telling you that if you dare kill Nnamdi Kanu, then you know definitely that Alex Otti is telling you that it is not going to be possible. You cannot kill Nnamdi Kanu. That's what Alex Otti, the governor of Abia State, is actually reportedly, telling those who are, fanning the elimination agenda for Nnamdi Kanu, the death agenda, the fire agenda for Nnamdi Kanu, and which has also gone viral. And today, the consequences are everywhere, as more and more Biafrans all over the world are mounting surveillance over the person that actually the government of Nigeria actually used to make that statement. There are a few number of them that are very proud of, degrading and insulting themselves over how much have you collected that Nnamdi Kanu does not have? How much have you collected that you think that Nnamdi Kanu will not be able to have at the end of the day, even though he decided to have? But Nnamdi Kanu thinks bigger than that. And Nnamdi Kanu is a godsend to the reality on ground. And what is the reality on ground? Nnamdi Kanu has achieved 50% of his mission and vision for Biafrans all over the world. Today, Biafra has gotten a global attention courtesy of Nnamdi Kanu's struggle. Nigeria cannot be able to stop Israel or America from deciding the fate of Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra tomorrow. And just like what you see the Americans do for Sunday Jackson, but that is not what we are talking about today. The code becomes very clear on what is going on. Today, we saw also the presence of Abraham Traore and the Israeli ambassador
Gideon Sarr
to Nigeria, not to Nigeria. They had an agreement from when, imagine Israel sending the ambassador to, Abraham Traore. Why would Israel send their delegates, the foreign affairs minister, to Burkina Faso? Let me just tell you, because it is connected with what is happening around Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra global, and especially the issue of Christian genocide. And now Abraham Traore told the whole world that he cannot implement Sharia in my country, and any form of agenda to establish a Fulani caliphate in Burkina Faso would not stand the test of time. And and rejects Saudi Arabia's plan to build over 10,000 mosques instead of pushing that money to the economy. I think that decision is what actually brought the Israeli ambassador to Burkina Faso, where they met and discussed the issue that what they were saying is in connection that Nnamdi Kanu must be protected. And he said it very clearly. Nnamdi Kanu must be protected, and as soon as the Israeli government are able to recognize Biafra as a sovereign nation, that they had that agreement that Burkina Faso should follow suit immediately. Making it publicly. They have joined the League of Nations after Israel recognizes Biafra and America recognizes Biafra. Now today, an African country have added to the 11 countries already waiting on ground to recognize Biafra. And that was the essence of that meeting. And the issue of protection too. And that's why we're also hearing that the security within the Sokoto prison has already been beefed up.
Okay, but we've seen Otti make move as regards Nnamdi Kanu freedom. He has met with Nnamdi Kanu, he's saying that Nnamdi Kanu will come out any moment from now. But do you not think the other Southeast leaders are angry with Otti as regards this move, him wanting to make sure that his brother comes out unscratched?
Yes, the last of I think he single-handedly, appointed Opus as one of the obstacles, and they are trying to, they have talked to the Mr. President himself, like he said when he visited Mazina Mechanics, that he spoke to nobody, the decision of the president to actually do that, but from what we are hearing, that a lot of people are afraid of Mazina Mechanics, regaining freedom. And a lot of them might go to exile, a lot of them might sink inside ground, a lot might cover themselves in shame. But unfortunately, they don't know that Nnamdi Kanu does not fucking care. He has his price to pay for the liberation of his people. And whoever that is thinking that his presence, his lead is going to threaten his political career, threaten his business, cause mass exit of Sabos in Biafran land. Nnamdi Kanu does not look at that angle. Nnamdi Kanu is not interested. He knows very clearly that these things are bound to happen. Having read Long Walk to Freedom by Nelson Mandela. So the fact still remains that we must understand that at this point in time, MSH has played a very significant role. And the only way, that's why he's telling the Southeast governor that this guy cannot dare to tell me that he wants to kill Nnamdi Kanu just because he wants to win elections. Because Nnamdi Kanu, even while he is still in prison, is being seen as a Biafran leader of 85 million people. A leader of 85 million people, including these governors. So that's how that's how deep Nnamdi Kanu's influence has become. So, and he's telling him that, it's likely that the people of his own people, don't be surprised that the Easterners doesn't vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the end of the day. So you shouldn't be surprised whether Opus of them comes and these are the people, And one of the places today that's being seen as a reference point, as a flashpoint, as a point of allegation, where much that are linked to be involved with the crisis that's causing insecurity is in Imo State under Opus of them, which Nnamdi Kanu was not part of, which Nnamdi Kanu. But you can see the whole allegation is against just Nnamdi Kanu, just because he's sick for freedom of his people. That is totally a problem. Opus of them and the rest of them have against Nnamdi Kanu. But unfortunately for them, They didn't see it coming. They didn't see, the masterpiece Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has laid on the ground without them knowing it. They didn't know it, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has laid a lot of things on the ground in terms of, the agitation. Whatever happens at any particular time, a decision will be, taken in that regard. So Parliament Tinubu will not be surprised if he loses 2027 election. And you cannot win that election simply because you want to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as an obstacle to your re-election, and you are planning or to use forcing people to call for his death. Well, Otti has said, you not under my word, you can't kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in whatever way, and that does not guarantee you that every other people must vote for you. Every governor must declare that you are no, that it doesn't work like that. I think that's the genesis of the crisis that is breeding in the southeast now. This has actually split, the southeast governors, and including the south on the issue what is going on currently now. But I can tell you, there's no how that is going to bind on the Alex Otti's re-election, because he has done marvelously well for the people of Abia State. And you can see there's no longer opposition in Abia State. The likes of criminals like Otti Carlo, all those Benjamin Carlo that have looked the other way over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, pretending as if they don't know. You can see, Tinubu has already pocketed all of them, including Otti Carlo. You can see all the whole thing. You see how confused Otti Carlo has become, and while he was there, Sunday war is released and other repentant militants have been released. But he claims what he is not. But I can tell you, that is why they are afraid that Alex Otti is defending the Biafra struggle. Alex Otti is defending Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and has also told everything there will be consequences if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being unalived by the federal government, elements who are everywhere and are calling for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that I would be very regrettable and unfortunate for the federal government.